Well, I think I just noticed my battery's about to die when I turn this camera on. That's okay, I have another one. I wasn't going to record at all. I was just out here seeing if the water was down enough to where we could look for some points or something. And it's not. The whole peninsula that we usually dance upon out at Pelican Point is underwater. But it got me to thinking, and I made a long video in the past and I was just hesitant to put it out because I titled it Racism in Alabama and all this other stuff. And my bride said, well, it's not really about racism in Alabama, it's everywhere. But the question is, think about this before you answer. So Civil War relics and people overseas who find Nazi type relics and any other relic that was involved in a war or a battle where people were treated, inhumanely before. Is it okay to look for those things and to find them? I just wonder what other people's opinions are. I'm not going into a grand dissertation on my views. Because when I see things with the swastika thing on it, I think, man, burn that. They were horrible back then. Now I'm giving you my view. Throw it all away, burn it, and wipe it out. But then, again, there are those who don't want to forget for their own personal reasons, whatever those may be. I'm not even going to begin to guess what reasons people have for doing anything. So when it comes to Civil War relics, there's people who think it should all be just destroyed too. And I can understand. If my timeline and my family, if I was born black in Africa and had family that was abducted, because that's what it is, it's abduction. It's not simply, oh, they got them and made them slaves. No, it's trafficking of human beings. We brought them over here, and then there was a big war about the whole thing. And now there's people out looking for these artifacts, excited when they find them, and I'm one of them. I just wonder if that's offensive to people. And I'm not saying I'm going to stop doing it. I guess I'm just wondering what other people's opinions are. It's a little muddy right here. So anyway, that's why I went ahead and turned the camera on. I was thinking about it. I thought, I'm thinking about it. Let's just ask you what you think. The water's down way up here, but the point is still high. There's a lot of racism still in Alabama. It's still as strong as it was back in the 60s and 50s and early 70s. I remember the KKK marching down the street when I was a little kid and looking out a window of a building where my mother worked downtown. We were way up high on another floor, and I remember not knowing, I was little and I didn't have any idea who they were or what they were doing. Somebody's riding their power saw through the yard over there, I think. Anyway, she explained it to me. Then eventually you learn it in school, and then you move on, and then you grow up and you see it, and you think, man, how can you do that? I'm looking for Native American artifacts. Now that's a whole nother thing too. It's another entire race of people. It was almost wiped out just for the sake of greed. So anyway, not trying to make this a deep emotional video. I'm just looking at, I wasn't gonna make one at all, like I said. But while I'm out here, now that is not an arrowhead. So if you ever find a rock like that, don't pick it up. It's not. So it's gonna be a short one because I'm cold. I found a few out here, but not on this date. Now the Burnside carbine I found, it was carried by Northern troops. So a Northern soldier who was fighting for the North to end slavery. I know what you're thinking, the Civil War wasn't about slavery. But that again, it's left up to the reader, right? You have to be the reader because you were not there. So he was fighting to end slavery. And to reunify the states. Anyway, just a thought. Zach and I have pondered that often. The fascinating part to me is just the history of it all. And plus, I'm a lever action gun fanatic, and to find a lever action gun carried by a Union soldier was the top of the charts for me. Something I'll never match in my days of metal detecting or any of that relic hunting. Now, I'm sure others have found Civil War guns and just not announced it. But I wanted y'all to be a part of it. Okay, we'll look in here again. Even though it is about freezing out here and there's still ice on the ground, maybe we'll see something since it's so bright. This is the same spot where I found that tiny medicine bowl or makeup bowl or whatever it is. So I'll bring it up one more time. So what are your thoughts on artifacts found that were, involved in that, the Civil War stuff? I don't know the ratio of races that watch my channel, but I would like varying opinions. I needed to wash my boots anyway. We need to get around these little rapids. Maybe we'll see something. The water starts flickering. I think we're supposed to get a little snow next week, they're saying. Maybe an inch or two. If it does snow, we will shut down Alabama. The school system, everybody will buy everything that can be bought. That is not one. Even though it looks like one, it's not. I'll put snow plows on a couple of the cows. Snow plows on the tractor. Who's that? I'm trying to get it in my hand. I was gonna throw it back down in the water, but kind of neat. I'm gonna wash it off a little more, and then I'll take it with me and try to figure out if it's glass or just a rock. Let's harvest. If this thing stops recording, let me know. So I can put a new battery in it. Hey, there's one little cold, little tiny minnow. See it? It's coming to my feet. Oh, it just went under my foot. That's not a safe place. Where'd you go? Must be a stray who's skipping school. And right in here is where I found a little bowl. Let me get up here where it's not so deep. There we go. I guess I'm maybe done. I'm cold. There's always another rock to flip over there, right? Just one more. Piece of horse tack, that's pretty neat, isn't it? Maybe we'll harvest that. Needs to be clean. I'm making my way back to the wagon. Let's look around. The video is like officially over if you want to go ahead and go, but I'm rolling this thing with me to get it cleaned off. Alright, now I'm done. Thanks for watching my videos. Let me know what you think if you want to.